Anderson Cooper.
Friday, October 16th, 2009. Regis has the day off. Anderson Cooper is here.
Very nice to be here.
Let's
I must
get
say,
this party started quickly, right? Sorry, that song.
Backstage, everybody is all at Twitter about you have some big announcement.
Yes, they're all at Twitter. They're all at Twitter.
I feel like all of New York is waiting to hear your announcement.
They are all at Twitter. On Twitter.
On Twitter as well?
There's lots of speculation on Twitter.
About what your announcement's going to be? No one knows. I was asking Gelman backstage. Apparently he doesn't know.
Oh, is that what he told you? That he doesn't know? He lied. He's a liar. He didn't want you to get it out of him.
Oh, I see.
Because he knows that you're a hard-hitting news correspondent.
That I would shake it out of him?
That's right. He's afraid that you're going to shake it out of me because he wants me to save it. He
wants
me to save the big
So when are you going to make the big announcement?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet. When should I make the big announcement?
Today. Sometime in this hour, I would hope.
There's lots of speculation about what it could be.
I know, yeah. What's some of the speculation?
Most people believe that I am pregnant.
Oh.
What have you heard?
I don't know.
Why did you
I was looking to see if there was any...
Just look at me like that?
I was looking to see if there was any
feel so revealed right now. How dare you?
Are you wearing She by Sheree?
I am wearing She by Sheree. Thank you for noticing.
No, you're not.
Before we get to the big announcement, the big surprise, I just want to talk about the little boy for a minute.
Yeah.
The little boy.
The guy who was full of balloony, as the New York Post said. Yeah.
Look at that little sweet...
So bizarre, the story. I mean, who could not but watch this yesterday?
Let me just tell you that I sat there watching it and crying, I'm sure with everybody else, because I think that, and all people, I'm not just saying the moms.
Where was the little kid? Where would he have been in that?
Who knows?
Who knows? True.
Who knows? I'm
right.
not a scientist. I just saw this balloon, and the report
I don't think there are any scientists involved in the creation of that thing.
You know, I don't know if it's because I have a 6-year-old. Right. I just pictured my 6-year-old, and I know like a lot of parents out there were like, you picture your 6-year-old in that situation and them screaming for you to help and you being helpless, you know, and it's just the worst thing. And then the balloon comes down, and lo and behold, no 6-year-old, and you go, this story gets worse and worse and worse. And then he's hiding in the box, and you're like, thank God, I am going to kill that kid. Right? You go from like such euphoria, and you're like, it's a miracle, it's so great, he's going to get grounded in a big way. That happened to us.
And then they were on Larry King last night. Well, Blitzer was talking to them, and there was a lot of controversy because at one point, when Wolf asked the little boy why was he, you know, hiding in the thing, and how was he able to sleep through all these people calling out his name and searching for him, and why was he hiding? He said something to the effect of he did it for the show. And so then, like, my email boards lit up, and our live blog lit up with all these people saying, wait a minute, he just said he did it for the show. It sounds like it's a hoax, like he did it for the TV show. What show? Exactly. And then Wolf Blitzer asked him that right at the end of the hour, and the dad got really angry that Wolf had asked him that, or that there was any kind of implication that there was anything other than it was just a terrible accident. But it was interesting because during my program on the live chat, about 95% of our viewers who were emailing in said they thought it was a hoax. They thought the whole thing was sort of a setup to get this family a reality show or something.
Well, Mark had a very interesting, because I was, you know, I literally was beside myself, and he said, that kid's not in that balloon. There's no way there's a kid in that balloon. He never went up in the balloon. And I said, the brother saw him go up in the balloon. And he said, you know, and I've told this story before. One night, Joaquin in our house went missing. We couldn't find Joaquin. And the more we screamed for him and the more panic-stricken we became, the more he hid, because he was afraid he was going to get into trouble.
Where was he hiding?
He was hiding under our bed. There's like a little area behind.
Isn't that sort of the first place people look?
I looked under the bed.
Like...
There's an area under our bed behind, there's like a little crawl area that you can get only if you're 6 years old.
Okay.
That you can get around behind our bed, behind a bookshelf. And
you have a hidden crawl space underneath your bed.
We have what we like to call the freaky deaky crawl space every night. That's right. I'll just let you imagine what goes on there. You're welcome, America. No, but I felt for these people.
No.
I really felt for them.
Have you seen this video that's on YouTube? Okay, I'm going to show you this video, but I want to just give you, I just want to tell you in advance, nothing happens to the baby in this video, all right? There's a baby in a stroller. This is in Australia, at a train station, a mother and a stroller on a platform waiting for an oncoming train.
Horrific.
Nothing bad happens, but watch. You see the stroller there. Mother runs, train comes. And of course, mother's distraught.
Mother is distraught.
Right.
Mother is distraught.
See, there it is again. Stroller falls.
No.
I know. But the baby is completely fine. Apparently a little bump on the head, but a minor injury, totally fine. How that happened is
a miracle.
Incredible.
It's a miracle.
I mean, it just that is like that has got to be just every mother's nightmare. Obviously.
When I saw that this morning on the news,
right.
I woke up and I thought I had a nightmare. I thought I dreamed watching that because it was so horrific and it was just the worst thing ever. And your heart leaps out of your chest when you see that. And then you realize he got a bump on the head. Now you know if that was one of us, we would be very dead. Like grown-ups can't survive that kind.
Right.
You have to be like a very...
It is amazing with kids how, like, if they fall...
They can go with the fall.
Right, and if you kind of laugh it off, it seems, 9 times out of 10, they'll sort of look at you to see how they should respond, and then if you're kind of like, oh, that wasn't too bad, then they'll sort of think it wasn't so bad.
That's right. I always told my mom, like, once in a while my kids would fall, and my mom's like, oh! And then they look at Grandma, and they go, I'm like, no, Grandma's fine, and so are you. Do you follow the Celebrity Apprentice? Which, by the way, I think you would win the whole thing.
I have not been following Celebrity Apprentice.
We've got the
Though we had Donald Trump on one day when I was here.
That's
we had
right.
a whole contest.
We had Donald Trump on.
Is it on again?
Well, we just had.
It feels like it ends and then it starts again. All they do.
This is what shows do. They end and they start again.
No, but don't mock me.
They begin and then they end and then they begin again.
No, but you know what I mean.
They're called seasons, Anderson.
All right.
See,
but you know what I mean? It seems like that Celebrity Apprentice, it ends, and then the next week, there's a whole new cast, and it's all begun again.
There's a lot of celebrities
I guess there are. There are a dime a dozen.
Well, we just had Ivanka on the show, and she was saying that we tried to get her to reveal.
Sure.
But this photographer, I guess, captured the promo shoot. So we have the celebrities right here, and there's Cyndi Lauper. You can see Bret Michaels. You can see
Rod Blagojevich. Does he have an ankle monitor on?
Oh, I don't know. Who else is in that? I can't really see. Summer Sanders, Sharon Osbourne.
Yeah.
Daryl
Bret Michaels. That's that guy from that sleazy show on MTV, right?
Rock of Love.
Right.
I mean, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah. Have you watched that show? That is. Yeah.
It is my alter ego. That show.
Oh no.
It really is. Like when I see the girls and they're like, in the high heels with the panty and the bra and the ginormous bosom. I believe that that's what I look like. Then I see a mirror and I'm like, who's that?
Yeah. I have nightmares that I look like Bret Michaels.
You do?
Yeah. With the bandana on the thing.
With a little eyeliner. I can see it happening.
Weird,
People tried that in the mask segment.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I love that. Anyway, it looks like it's going to be a good bunch. I really, anytime you can get Cyndi Lauper and Rod Blagojevich on the same show.
Have you seen the story about Jeopardy? I like the Jeopardy show. Apparently somebody snuck onto Jeopardy for a second time.
Stop it.
Yeah, this is the same guy, and he just kind of made himself look different and got on to be a guy.
How did he do that?
I think he got older.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
he lost hair.
I don't know.
Oh, so it's been a while.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to.
You're never allowed to go back.
Well, as a Jeopardy champion myself.
Oh, that's right. You won Jeopardy. Who did you beat again?
It was the dumbed-down Celebrity Jeopardy. So I admit freely it was an easy version of Jeopardy.
No, we know. Regis won Jeopardy, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he won by $1, right?
Yeah, he won. Yeah, he won.
I won by many thousands of dollars. So I beat Maria Bartiromo from CNBC.
The money honey.
You may call her that.
That's what they call her. That's what she's known as on the street.
On the street. I'm sure that sounds good. We'll leave that one. And Kwasi Mfume, who was former congressman who was head of the NAACP at the time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I beat him in the NAACP category.
That seems like a heady...
I actually did. But it was meaning the words that had double A, which he didn't quite... I don't know.
Oh, he was like, I'm gonna kill
He thought
on
it'd be
this
like
one.
history of the NAACP. Right. I was like, no, it's like aardvark. It's like words with two A's. And I'm such a nerd. I took this so seriously, and I was determined not to lose on Jeopardy. So I had literally studied. I had read blogs from other Jeopardy champions about how to win, and I was determined. And at the end of the first round, I was beating them so badly, I started to give them tips during the commercial breaks because I felt so bad for them. I was
How much were you beating them by?
I don't like to brag, but it was significant. It was significant. They didn't know what hit them.
What was your strongest category?
Really, all the categories I seem to I actually don't remember. I lost Final Jeopardy, but even with that, I was able to win, and I won.
No kidding.
Yeah, I won $50,000 for charity. So
that's a wonderful thing.
Thank you. But
do you remember your Final Jeopardy question?
I do remember the Final Jeopardy question, and I don't remember the exact form of the question, but it was something like, all of this precious metal combined would form a sphere with a diameter of 50 feet or something. So like a relatively precious metal. And I really had no idea. And I, being the ridiculous, stupid person I am, said coltan, which is, I'm not even going to describe what it is because it's so stupid.
Well, I'm sure on your home planet that's a significant fiber.
Coltan is a thing that's actually in the dirt from Central Africa that actually is in all our cell phones. It's very precious. Anyway, turns out it was gold. The answer was gold.
Like a normal person would have just said gold. I bet the other two got that.
But I still found it hard to believe that it could all be combined into... Anyway. But I'm going back on Jeopardy. They're having like a competition for all the...
Champions?
All the people who won in that former thing are going to be on. So now they're going to up the ante.
Oh my gosh. Could it be that Regis Philbin versus Anderson?
Wow.
Yeah.
No. If Regis would question. Regis would question.
Coltan.
What is coltan?
I'm sorry, Anderson. We said it had to be a precious metal. It's a precious metal. I said coltan.
Yeah, but...
I remember when I was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Oh, were you on?
Yeah, I was on.
How'd you do?
And I won $250,000 for charity.
Wait a minute. Okay. Here I was thinking, wow. They just throw money away on that millionaire show.
They throw it away.
Yeah.
And you want to talk about dumbed down. I mean, literally, it's full participation. The other celebrities are like, it's big! Final answer! But no, my final question that I walked away from was like, what 1940s cartoon character had a hit single on the radio in the it was like some strange question. And Regis is looking at me like, come on, you know this. I'm like, no, honey, I really don't know this. I was born in 1970. It's not ringing any bells.
Do you remember the answer?
I don't remember the answer. No, I still don't remember the answer. Huh?
No, well, it sounded like there was one character.
No, it was something I never heard of before. Okay. Something I'd never heard of. It wasn't like Beetle Bailey. It wasn't anything I had ever heard of.
So, they're going to pass this new law in New York to make sure that cab drivers cannot talk on cell phones while they're driving, which I think makes complete sense.
Yeah, that's great.
And I guess
it's endless. The conversations are endless.
Well, because it's also always confusing because suddenly the cab driver starts to talk and you're like, excuse me, what?
What?
Huh?
I'm sorry?
And then they talk again and you still think they're talking to you and they're just not, they're talking to their friend, you know, in you know, some other country and or some other state or, you know, some other cab driver. I don't understand.
I was dropping the kids off at school one day and I was doing reviewing the spelling words in the back of the cab and the cab driver asked me to shut up so he could hear the phone.
Oh, no, really?
I'm not kidding. I'm like, I'm sorry, this is third grade spelling. This isn't a joke.
Well, you know, they have that, like, a taxi rider's Bill of Rights posted in cabs.
I know, isn't
which
it
I
funny?
always read.
Yeah.
And there's always, you know, you have the right to a silent trip. But I'm always too, like, you know, much of a wimp to actually say anything. I'm like, no, it's okay.
I love my taxi rider's Bill of Rights, everybody.
Right. Yeah, you can smoke while talking. It's okay. You know?
There's so many things to do in a cab.
I was riding my bike. I ride a bike around the city, and a guy hit me accidentally, like a livery cab driver, and...
I don't mean to laugh.
No. I bounced quickly. It wasn't. I sort of saw it coming, so it was just a little bump. But the bike did sort of tip over, and I did fall in the street. But I quickly got up and
I said, "I'm all right. I'm okay."
And I turned to the guy, and I just let loose this. I mean, I never curse or anything, but I let loose this you know thing, you know, because that's what you get to do when you get hit. And it's like you get like the pass. You're allowed to do that. So you know, it was.
You said Phil.
I was nice about it, but I was like, "What? You know, what are you?" And he looked at me, and he could not have been more stunned. Not just that he had hit somebody, but that he had hit me.
Right,
I mean,
of course.
he literally...
He was just watching you 5 seconds ago.
He thought the whole thing was so surreal that, like... He was like, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. And I felt so bad for him. Like, and then I felt bad that I'd yelled, and literally all day... I felt guilty that I had yelled at this man. I mean, yes, he hit me, but he didn't mean to, you know? And he seemed so upset and like sad and I don't know. So if you're out there, I'm sorry. It's okay. You probably didn't see me, even though you know, I'm incredibly pale and have gray hair and I'm hard to miss.
It's like looking at a Siberian Husky rider.
Right. Yes. Well, I usually wear a hat when I ride because it's so bizarre to people to see me on a bicycle.
Yeah.
You know, it's like seeing an albino newt suddenly on a bike. Right. That literally like people pull over and you know traffic stops. And people don't know how to respond. Right. Exactly.
No, I love spotting you on the street. I spot you all the time on the street. You don't know that because I follow you everywhere you go. Play Misty for me. No, but it's very funny because I like to watch people's reactions to you.
Yeah.
You know, because you're totally unaware.
Yes,
you have no
I
idea.
like being oblivious.
You don't know that you're famous, but I know that you're famous, and I like to watch people go, there's, you know, Anderson Cooper. No,
it's because they're literally just saying, my God, he's so pale in real life. It's like a door of light. So are we ready for the announcement? Is this time? Is there a drum roll? What?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Not yet. It's not time yet. Wait, before we get to other things, I'm reading here that your old boss, Ted Turner, wants to run CNN again. What do you think about that?
I saw that headline. You know, I never actually worked for him. He seems like an interesting guy and a nice guy. I was not there when Ted Turner was there. But I'm told he was quite... I mean, I'm very happy with the management of CNN now. I don't think they need a new boss. Thank you. But...
Good for you. Listen, if I were you, I'd suck up all the way around.
Right.
You never know.
But of course, if Ted did take over, I would find that interesting. Have I covered all my bases?
That's good.
No.
Yeah.
But I heard I mean, I don't know if it's true or not. I heard stories that, like, in the old days, he used to, like, live right above the CNN newsroom or have a place up there, and he would, like, come down in his bathrobe and, like, see what, you know, instead of getting the morning paper, he would, I don't know. I don't know if it's true or not.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that story. Well, you know, I used to live up in the Time Warner Center. And
That's right. I would occasionally see you going off to your training sessions.
That's right. I would go off to my training sessions. But I would also stop into the CNN store and just have fake conversations with your cardboard cutout.
Which is why they have now closed the CNN.
My kids are like, have you seen my mom? They're like, yeah, she's talking to her friend Anderson again. They're like, come on, Mom. He can't hear you. So sad. Well, we've got a big show today.
Yes, we do.
Big show. Penn Badgley.
From the new movie, The Stepfather. Well, I was going to show you this year's most popular Halloween mask and Kelly's big announcement.
The big announcement. Yeah. The big announcement.
Wow. This better be really big.
I've got to tell you that I'm starting to get very nervous about the size of the announcement.
That you've oversold this now?
I feel like it's been oversold. I feel like people could be disappointed and could potentially, when they find out that a lot of it could be not what they think it is. But let me just say that when I read a lot of the posts on our webpage, what people saying that they thought it might be.
Some are correct.
Some are correct.
Really?
Some are correct, but some are not correct.
So,
and the ones that aren't correct made me feel sad because I was like, oh, that was a good idea.
So people could go looking at the blog right now for some posts, and some of them may be correct.
That's true. They could go on Twitter and
they can go on Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
It's hidden in those hundreds of entries.
It is. There's hidden correctness.
Wow.
On Regis_and_Kelly.
You still got to work on that Twitter name.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
There's two. We can't use our real names because other people use them.
Really?
You ready for fall photo wake up trivia?
Challenge, absolutely.